Hello, this is Linda Lysakowski with our quick tip of the day. And today's question comes from a development director who says, I created a development plan when I first came to this position, but it's not getting implemented and nobody seems to really be following the plan. What do I do to get things back on track? Well, first of all, I'd ask you to go back and look at how you created that development plan. Were the right people involved in the first place? Did you get consensus from board members and from other non-development staff that these indeed were goals that were realistic and that they were willing to get involved in helping with? Because a lot of times if a person doesn't get involved in creating the development plan, you can't just hand it to board members and other staff members and say, okay, board, here's what you're supposed to do. And here, executive director, this is what you need to do to fulfill this plan. So you have to get buy-in from the very beginning. So maybe your plan was not really created with all that in mind. So that's the first thing I would suggest, taking a look at how your development plan was created. And were your goals realistic? Sometimes when you're doing your first development plan, it's hard to set realistic goals, and we sometimes tend to think goals are only monetary goals. Okay, I need to raise X number of dollars, so I'm going to raise so much through grants, I'm going to raise so much through the business community, and I'm going to raise so much from our alumni, and I'm going to raise so much from our friends. But there are other goals that you need that are non-monetary goals as well. For example, some of your goals may be things like building the right infrastructure. And if you don't have the infrastructure in place, you're not going to be able to implement the rest of your plan. You also need to have evaluation measures in place. So any plan has to include three things. Who's going to do it? When is it going to get done? How much is it going to cost? And if it's an income producing event or activity, how much is it going to raise? So if you haven't answered all of those questions and assigned areas of responsibility and assigned one person to evaluate that plan on an ongoing basis, it's probably never going to get implemented, and you're going to be, just kind of wasting your time creating a nice, pretty document, but never does any good. So you might want to take a step back and look at how you created that plan, and then maybe think about revising it and coming up with a new plan that includes input from all the right people, that includes goals and objectives and strategies and those important action steps. Because without those action steps, it ain't gonna happen. Let me tell you, I've seen enough plans to know that it's great to set goals, but if you don't assign responsibilities and budgets and timelines, it will never happen. So I do have a course called Create a Development Plan That Works. And I think this will really guide you through the whole process of how to do it right, how to involve the right people, how to set your goals, how to come up with action steps, and how to set up an evaluation system so it does get measured and implemented properly. So I hope to see you in that course, and I'll see you in the next quick tip.